Of course, winter of 25-26 has only just started, and
Yep.
it has been busy.
Yes, it has been busy. We're only a few days in at this point, about 11 days into the season of winter. And boy, have we seen a lot of snow, more than a foot in just the month of December. And speaking of December, I'd like to show you the temperature recap of the month. Only 7 days last month did we have temperatures above average. We were below average all of the rest of them for 2 full weeks in the beginning of December, and that overall caused us to be below average by 6.5 degrees. So when looking back at December, boy, has it been a cold start to the winter season, and it looks like it'll be cold for the first few days of 2026. But by the time we get to the end of the week, we could be talking temperatures above average into the 40s. Now tonight it will be cold, temperatures anywhere from 8 to 10 degrees below average, bottoming out around 14 degrees with a few snow showers out there. And speaking of snow showers, how about that snow squall that rolled through overnight last night between 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. Look at that band of snow. It was an Arctic front that rolled on through and brought in a significant amount of snowfall in a very short period of time. Pretty heavy. LaPorte was the big winner at 3.7 inches from the flurries, the lake effect snow showers, and then the front that came through. 3.4 for Pleasant Mount, 2.2 in Mount Pocono, 2 inches on the dot for Renova, and the backyard got 1.7. Everyone else falling between 1 and 3 inches across the area. Those of you in Milford got 1.3. Canton, I saw reports for 1.5. So a pretty big amount of snowfall in just a very short period of time with that big Arctic front that came through and brought that temperatures all day today. There's a live view of Scranton. Despite the cold, it has been a pretty one. West-northwest winds at 14, making it feel like just 4 degrees out here. Today's temperature high, technically in the books, 29, but we're sitting at 18 degrees. The high was in Williamsport at 30. Same for Selinsgrove, 25 for Mount Pocono. But look at the last 20 hours. We've been dropping since we turned the calendar page to 2026. Around 1 a.m., temperatures topping out around 28, 29 degrees, and they've been dropping ever since. As a matter of fact, they were coldest at 9 a.m. at just 15. And they'll get colder still as we go throughout the rest of the evening. Right now, we're sitting at 11 in Mansfield, 15 for Lopez, 18 in Scranton. We've had some gusts today up to 43 miles per hour in Mount Pocono, up to 31 in Scranton. It's still quite gusty out there. Sustained winds at 17 miles per hour for Mount Pocono and at 13 for Williamsport. We've got a mix of sun and clouds. It is pretty, and a few flurries out there coming off the Great Lakes. Right now, there's this piece of energy over Michigan. It's going to dive towards our south, but we could see a stray flake or two tonight. Mostly cloudy skies by the evening hours, and there's a chance for some stray snowflakes. By around 11:30, they'll be flying around, and they'll probably wrap up by sunrise. Tomorrow, I'd call it more clouds than sun, maybe a few flurries very similar to today, just a little bit less bright. And then headed into Saturday, we've got a repeat, but at least it's warming slightly every single one of these days as we head towards the weekend. I'd call it mostly cloudy skies for your Saturday with a spot flurry later on in the evening on Saturday into Sunday morning. Sunday looks brighter with a mix of sun and clouds. As far as snowfall amounts, we're not talking about much, anywhere from a coating to an inch from those lake effect snow showers that could break away off of Erie and Ontario. If you're taking the dog out for a walk, make sure they're bundled up. This is Kelly. Thank you so much, Grace Ann, for sending in your festive pup. I love the wreath around her. She just looks like such a good girl. I hope she has a wonderful 2026, and I hope you do too, Grace Ann. But remember, it's cold out there, so you bundle up and bundle up Kelly too if you're headed out. Now, we're showing holiday houses up until 6 p.m. So if you haven't sent in your house and you still have it decorated, I hope you do send it in here at the WNEP. Use the Near Me section on the WNEP app to send us your house, and we'll have them on, 4 more of them up until 6 p.m. That'll be the very last one we'll show here in 2025-2026 holiday season. This is the Prislupski place. Thank you, David, for sending in your house. I love the festive reindeer and the snowman. Looks really nice. And look at all those candles there, too, in the windows. Very festive. Thanks a lot for sending that in. It's going to be bright in the skies. We have a full moon that will be full by Saturday. It will be a little bit cloudy up until Saturday, but if there are breaks in the clouds, we will be able to see it. It's the last supermoon in a string of 4 of them, and we'll have it about 14% brighter, 14% bigger, and about 30% brighter. There's your 7-day forecast. Stacey, you talked about it earlier. There's the warm-up. We'll be above average by Tuesday. Looks like a wintry mix in the morning on Wednesday, but at least temperatures are above average in the 40s, and we keep things above average for next weekend before dropping off back into the 30s for the second week.
Hey, we'll take any of those above average days we can get.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Thanks so much, Jeremy.
Yep.